Hi Leo, welcome to Leo season. Happy birthday to one of the best signs. We're entering the best season, I think, of the year. And what a year 2019's been for you, Leo. The eclipse to set off the year in your year would have made it a lot to do about confronting certain things that needed to come to an end. People that sort of needed to be put in the past, and the past that might needed to have finally be cleared up and put away once and for all. I've got here the Magician, Mercury in your sign, could be a Virgo, could be a Gemini. And I've got here the Three of Wands. Different setup today before we get into it. We're having this heat wave in London, so everything's a bit crazy. So we're in my office where it's much cooler. Leo, the Magician, Mercury in your sign, about to go into Virgo season. I think this for me is really a time for you to call in your spirituality. Three of Wands. Yes, your ships might be coming in, but this is also a card of hindsight. You are perhaps over the course of this year, where Magician, it's been a lot to do with you and your magic. You and your magic. How you're feeling, how you're looking after yourself, what you're feeding yourself, what inside looks like, and what you're doing to manage and maintain inside. Three of Wands, I think that's gonna get you really far. I think there is a certain part of Leo's self-mastery that has had to be looked at this year. I think it would have given you a really good chance to get to know yourself a lot better. I think this year with the Magician perhaps has been a lot to do with connecting spiritually, as well as like the alchemy of our lives, what we eat. If we haven't already, start a health regime, the way we look after ourselves. For such a regal creature as yourselves, that sort of thing is something that constantly plays on one's mind. I would say use that, and if you've not been feeling the motivation with Mars going into your sign soon, you will very possibly be feeling that way. I've decided to use the Manara Tarot. No, it's not the Manara. It is the Nefertari Tarot deck. I will leave the details in the description box. I use this card because I love this deck. It's an Egyptian deck with gold plating, gold leafing, I believe they call it. Really pretty cards. So Leo, the month of August for you, I think you may be focusing a lot of yourself on your heart and your mind, trying to connect the two. I think this year has been a lot about yourself, your inner self, and maybe, I think these are your cards. Maybe looking after your health and your diet and stuff, and creating some sort of spiritual connection would have been what this year has been about for you, I want to say. What do I have here for you? I have the Four of Wands, relationships being celebrated. I have here the Queen of Cups, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, could be Cancer season that we've just come out here. I'm showing you these cards just because they're so beautiful. Six of Swords, finally getting away from what no longer serves us. Two of Pentacles, beginning to enjoy the consistency of the periodic but steady wins. And the Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. Okay, Leo. Four of Wands. Definitely a win in a relationship. The potential to see the fruits of your labors materialize into the comforts, perhaps a celebration even, of a joyous occasion. The joy of even getting together, being part of something that isn't just us, but being part of some sort of greater collective. This could be a family, it seems as if it is coming together quite nicely. I see here the Queen of Cups. This could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, as I said, but this could also be you managing to master your emotional side a lot better than before. You being able to ride the ebbs and flows of life, seek whatever intelligence or whatever lesson it has had to give you, confront even a few demons. It's like I was talking about before, the ghosts that might be making their way to you. Cancer season and this season will be a lot about yourself and how you decide to process and put them away. It is 2019. I don't think anyone, especially with Uranus and Taurus, is going to get away with not leaving the past in the past. 6 of Swords. Leaving the past in the past. Moving on, getting away from, like I said, what no longer serves you, but moving into a new phase of your life where it may not be as problematic, troublesome. I don't want to say it's going to be smooth sailing. I do believe that if you are to be smart enough to look at the things that may have happened over this previous decade and see if there is anything that you can do to leave certain experiences behind, I think it would be a good thing to focus on this month also. I've got here the Two of Pentacles. Balance. I think this is a possibility of partnerships also. It is something that is steady and consistent, so it could be a financial gain of some sort. It could also begin to feel like money is getting nice. It's beginning to flow in the right direction. It's consistent, it's steady. And with the sun sort of looking at these two coins, I want to say you've got a really good opportunity with the Knave of Cups also to perhaps meet a partner that you get on with quite well. It could be not necessarily a business relationship. It could also be like a love relationship, a love partnership that comes through very, sweet, very romantic. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Alternatively, this could be partnership in a financial or a business related kind of wave. We've got the new moon in your sign coming up on the 31st, so that's days away. And again, it's going to be looking a lot at self and how we treat ourselves, how we look after ourselves. So Leo, this is absolutely the time to take a step back. And I think this year has meant Leo doesn't really need to be in the limelight, but maybe pulling away and looking after putting that spotlight on the internal. I got 3 outcomes cards for you. Okay. So I have here the 3 of Swords. And with the 3 of Swords, for me, these are already swords that are established in the heart. In the back of this lady. Betrayals, heartaches, things that you need to move on from. I think this season might be that time that you are forced to look and process a lot of these things that still haunt you, maybe still feel like swords in your back, or, have broken your heart. The sun is definitely one of the it is the biggest energy resource in our earth for us. Using this season of the sun, recharge, rejuvenate, meditate, get spiritually connected with yourself again. Figure out a way to release those swords, because you're not going to want to take them forward with you into Virgo season. I have here the Hermit. Card of Virgo, also the card of introspection. It is a card of meditation, reflection, taking time away from the circus, anyway, card of Virgo. If this is a Virgo, if this is Earth energy, or if this is you moving, transitioning into Virgo season, I have here the High Priestess. I love this card. Did I show you the Hermit card? It's pretty spectacular, isn't it? Okay, so you walk into Virgo season with a new sense of spiritual enlightenment. There are things that begin to make sense to you that they didn't before. With the Hermit here, I also want to say there is a potential of burnout. So if you find that that is the case, if you are drained or beginning to get depleted by people, I would say retreat. I would say make sure that you are taking time this month to do your meditations, to be ultimately by yourself and taking the time, I think, to process a lot of what might come to you in terms of, you know, reunions, people that come back out of nowhere, or things that need to be, energies that need to be tied up before you move into this next decade. Okay? And with the High Priestess card here, I think, Leo, what you have to gain by moving on now is going to be worth so much more than what you're holding on to. So transmute that. I've got some seriously brilliant cards here. This is a lot of that deep inner wisdom. This is a lot of that real depth of character. There's nothing superficial about this month. Try and enjoy yourself as much as you can. Of course, you guys are the center of the attention. You're the center of the zodiac. So by every opportunity you can, go and be the fabulous Leo you are. Make sure you are taking time to re-energize yourself, confront those demons, pull out those swords, and be that lion again. That fabulous lion that you are. So beautiful. My favorite sign. My favorite season. God bless you, Leo. Thank you so much for the support you guys have given me, like, consistently, a team. Have a beautiful birthday. I love you guys so much. Take care.